off Super Bowl week in South Florida. McDonald's presents the 2010 Pro Bowl. Check your local listings or go to NFL.com.
CBS Sports presents the Sprint Halftime Report. This is the NFL Now, only from Sprint, only on the Now Network.
Teams coming out for the second half. Kading will be kicking to the Jets to start the third quarter. In just a few minutes. Earlier today, the national championship of the NFL's punt, pass, and kick was held. 32 boys and girls from ages 8 to 15 competed. At the start of the fourth quarter, we will have the winner of each age group. And we'll return to San Diego after a word from your local station.
You're watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 44.
Criminal Minds, Wednesday, only CBS.
An announcement from Moe's. Moe's Burritos now come in 3 sizes, packed with your choice of over 27 fresh ingredients. If you're starving like Marvin, build your own home wrecker. For Moe's little fans, there's the Moo Moo Mr. Cow. And now, all Moe's original burritos come in junior sizes, all with free chips and salsa. So remember, when it comes to burritos, size matters.
Let Moe's cater your next big game party. Mention this ad for 10% off your next catering order.
Looking for your best chance to turn $1 into something bigger? Play Kentucky Cash Ball. It's your best chance to win a quick $200,000 because you can play up to 6 days a week. Add kicker for $1 for a chance to win an extra 10 grand. Cash Ball from the Kentucky Lottery.
Agility, control, for whatever the road throws your way. The IS from Lexus. At Lexus of Louisville.
It's a small price to pay for tastes this big. Introducing Arby's $1 value menu. Now you can get a bunch of your Arby's favorites for the low price of just $1. Items like a junior roast beef, or signature curly fries, or a creamy Jamocha shake. Each for only $1. All the great Arby's tastes you love at a price you can't help but like. So no matter what you're feeling like, whether it's a junior chicken sandwich or a cherry turnover, you can feel good knowing your wallet will too. Arby's $1 value menu. Taste the value today.
Thanks for making WLKY your #1 evening newscast at 5.
Phil Simms back here with the divisional playoff game in San Diego. A 7-0 Charger lead. What'd you think of that first half? You tell me at halftime how much you enjoyed the action. Where do you think it's going?
Well, I like it tight. You know, I mean, I like sometimes when games are uneven, there were penalties. It wasn't smooth, but I think it just puts pressure on teams. So I kind of enjoy that, especially in playoff football. Let's see who reacts well to it. We know both teams winning at halftime. They're going to say, we did this well, let's do more of it.
Sanchez threw for minus a yard in the first quarter, 60 yards in the second. And a reminder, this game is brought to you in high definition.
And now, you know, the Jets, you know, they get the football here. And I think that's a big deal for them, too. They don't have to come out here and start stressing about, hey, we got to stop this Charger offense, because even though they did a good job in the first half, every time they get it, you know, I know they're holding their breath to make sure they don't give up the big play. I also agree with Bill Cowher. I thought Mark Sanchez got pretty comfortable there at the end of the first half.
Brad Smith, who returned that second half kickoff at Indianapolis for a touchdown a couple of weeks back. bouncing off a hit. He's out across the 30, and he steps out of bounds after a very strong return at the 40, a 36-yard run back. 6 drives, 6 punts, 4 of those series, 3 and outs. Rivers in San Diego, they've scored at least 20 points in every single game this year. In fact, 22 in a row overall, with putting up at least 20, but held to 7 in that first half.
Yeah, those are bad numbers for an offense, but the good number is they didn't turn it over, and their defense kept them in the game.
Thomas Jones returns as the tailback on the first snap, second half at the 40, and it's Jones running off the right side for a quick scamper of 8. Tony Richardson helped clear him.
Well, I like that draw play. The Jets, those quick fakes outside. When he makes that quick throwing motion to the outside, Mark Sanchez, what it does, it makes defensive linemen stand up. Where's the football? And once they stand up, boom, Thomas Jones through the hole quick.
Second and a short 2. And go up middle and move the pile to the 48 of San Diego to also advance the chains down after a first down. Talking to Rex Ryan yesterday, he talked about how the atmosphere in his mind reminded him so much of week 1 when the Jets traveled down to Houston.
Yep, nobody gave him a chance. High-flying offense, everybody's trendy pick.
We're hoping to show a lot of people what we're really made of in this game against San Diego. That's what he told us. Didn't have anybody thinking much of him going into the game against the Texans. Sanchez, now he lets go of it all the way to the goal line. Double coverage on Braylon Edwards. Quentin Jammer was back. So was Antonio Cromartie.
And the one thing I'll never forget yesterday or Friday, when you talk to the Chargers, Ron Rivera, he warned his team when they crossed the field and they got some flow to their offense, look out, they're going to try to score. They take their big shots. And there it was, midfield, first down, trying to get the touchdown on one big play.
Boy, did he have that one scouted out, huh? Rivera, a candidate for the Buffalo Bills job. Great coach. Second down and 10. And it's Thomas Jones to the 45. That's a Buffalo job, by the way, that Brian Schottenheimer, Jets offensive coordinator, he turned down a chance to interview for that job just this week.
Yeah, he did. And, you know, I look at both of them, definitely qualified to be head coaches, no doubt about it. But as I see that second and 10, and, you know, when we listen to some of the things that coaches tell their players, you understand why they react so well to certain plays. They got scouting reports. They let them know they can narrow it down to 2 choices. Then once they know it, then you can attack.
It's a 3rd and 7. And that's incomplete. Conchery, though, draws the flag. Boy, a lot of traffic around that one.
Pass interference. Defense, number 23. Spot the foul. Automatic. First down.
Oh, a good start here for the Jets. Then with the penalty, they'll keep moving here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It is top of your screen. Quentin Jammer really physical. Grabs him after the play. Makes the contact there. That's not a foul. Well, he pulls him and keeps pulling him. That's what you see. But the Chargers in good position to defense that play, no doubt about it.
Jets now at the San Diego 37. And Thomas Jones, a lot of bodies around that one, picks up 3.
That's what they want. That looked like some of those rugby scrums we saw last week. They just want to get the pile moving and everybody fall forward, and it gets them 4 and 5 yards. Just watch this Jet offensive lineman this time. Do they get the defenders going back? It's Damian Woody. Good job outside. Hartstock, good block. Got him turned. Linebacker block. Boy, nice job by Brickashaw Ferguson from the backside getting the linebacker.
A 2nd down, 7. And Jones backing his way in for 2. 3rd and 5 on the way. Shawn Green started to warm up late in that 2nd quarter. And now Jones getting this first series of the 3rd. The Jets attack that led the league in rushing this year. They ran the football 59% of the time, an NFL high.
Well, you look at this rushing attack, Jim, and it's this. The Chargers worry about it. We said at the beginning of the game, one of my points, they fear getting trampled by the run. And the other thing is, they said the Jets, not like most teams we play, they won't give up on it.
3rd and 5. What a stick. That was Jammer preventing Keller from picking up the first. It's going to be a little less than a yard to go. Well, they actually spotted 1 full yard away. 4th and 1 coming up.
Well, it'll be interesting. As you see that football where it is, did he get closer than that to the first down marker? The throw to the outside. Where does Keller end up? It's pretty close. If you challenge it, you might not get the first down, but they might move the football. Then you could go for it on 4th down.
See no signs of a challenge on the way from the Jets, but they are going for it. 4th and a yard to go.
I agree with going for it.
Ryan's trying to call a timeout, and now it's granted.
I would have just challenged instead of calling a timeout.
Timeout in San Diego.
You know that other airlines charge up to $20 just for your first bag?
That's ridiculous. That's crazy.
They charge up to $30 for your second bag.
And my kids, too?
Your kids' bags, too. So imagine there's you, your wife, your kids, and you all have bags.
Somebody's not going on this trip.
If you're planning a trip, remember, bags fly free only on Southwest. Save up to $100 or more, maybe a lot more.
Well, how about if I just send my bags on vacation and I'll stay home?
Right?
Every year, you make a resolution, a goal, some lofty thing you aim for that, well, most people never actually accomplish. Last year, Hyundai aimed high, challenging ourselves to become the most fuel-efficient car maker in America. And guess what? According to the EPA, we did it, becoming the #1 lineup in overall gas mileage. Better than Honda, better than Toyota, and better for the whole planet.
Back for a limited time at Chili's. 3 courses, 2 people, $20. Start with a shared appetizer. Choose 2 entrees from over 15 Chili's favorites, like our new better than ever baby back ribs. Then share a dessert. Chili's, 3 courses, 2 people, $20.
From the director of Taken.
We've got you working with our top operative, Charlie Wax.
Here we go. Unconventional and unstoppable.
That's how I do things.
John Travolta, Jonathan Rhys-Meyers.
Come on, baby.
From Paris with Love. Rated R. In theaters February 5th.
Welcome to the Now Network. 3 skiers are trapped on a chairlift, each with one of Sprint's best 3G phones. Carl passes the time searching for apps on a Samsung Moment with Google. Candace mixes business with pleasure on the newest BlackBerry Curve, America's favorite smartphone, now even smarter. And Rose is getting updated on her sleek and slim Palm Pixie. Once again, bringing you the nation's best lineup of phones and its first and only wireless 4G network. Sprint, the Now Network.
He exposed people's dirty little secrets, but it was his own secret that buried him.
Harry went over to the dark side.
A new cold case tonight.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Rex Ryan calls an audible. He's going field goal. 46-yard try on the way. Jay Feely. And 4th and 1. Jets put points on the board. Kellen Clemens getting that down.
What'd he say? Jay Feely? He's a football player.
You were bitten by the beast. You bear his mark now.
On February 12th.
Do you believe in curses?
When the moon is full, the legend is alive.
I will kill all of you!
The beast will have its day. The Wolfman, rated R. In theaters February 12th.
Ready to unthink the wing? New KFC Fiery Grilled Wings. Marinated and grilled to seal in the one-of-a-kind taste. Try 5 wings or a bucket of 20.
Now, more than ever, you want to keep your loved ones safe and secure. Give them the gift of financial security from New York Life. We've been protecting families for over 164 years. New York Life, the company you keep.
A year ago, we introduced Hyundai Assurance to show you we had your back, even if you lost your income. Since then, the dust has started to settle, and some indicators are up, especially for the big guys. But the real question is, how are you doing? Well, the answer to that might not be so clear. So we're continuing Hyundai Assurance and our commitment to you, because the economy hasn't really turned around for any of us until it turns around for all of us.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Go to southwest.com. Grab your bag. It's on. Bank of America. Bank of Opportunity. And by Coors Light. When the mountains turn blue, your beer is as cold as the Rockies and ready for kickoff.
Thanks to the MetLife blimp for the aerial coverage. Beautiful city of San Diego. Snoopy 1, Snoopy 2 working with CBS Sports. The decision there to bypass going for it on 4th and a yard, going field goal. Go ahead, Phil. Squalls.
Boy, good decision there where to kick it to keep the big return away. Jim, here's just my point. I got quick opinions up here, of course, as you can listen to. But instead of calling timeout, if somebody would have alerted Rex Ryan, hey, throw the challenge out, you get the timeout, you get time to think about your decision, what you're going to do. Now, you tell me, where would you mark this football if you could replay it? Well, I think the spot happens outside the 28. It would have been on inside the 28 if they remarked it. Then I think they would have said, wow, it's 1 foot. Let's go for it on 4th down. But since they didn't, I agree. Go ahead and kick the field goal.
Feeling good from 46, and now the Chargers leading 7-3 with Rivers hit down low when he tried to throw it to Tomlinson.
And, you know, I have to admit that just Jay Feely, boy, Rex Ryan, talking about him, he just couldn't say enough about him. And he wasn't talking about his kicker, just his attitude. How about what did he say last week when they said you got to punt in the game? Didn't flinch. Oh, okay, I can do it. And Rex Ryan says, I look out in the field, and I go, wow, he's short. I hope we don't snap it over his head.
That's right. He punted 7 times in that game and had 3 inside the 20. One of his punts inside the 10 really led to a field position change that led to a touchdown when the Jets got it back. That's a gain of 2 for Tomlinson.
That's it. It's just the Jets. You got to give them a lot of credit. They're hanging in there on the defensive side, and they keep getting the Chargers in these type of situations. 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, and they've had a couple of really 3rd and longs. And some offenses have told us when they play the Jets, if it's 3rd long, I just punt.
Philip Rivers told us he watched a cut up of every 3rd down situation of the Jets defense this year. This week he watched that whole tape. Every cut up of every 3rd down play they faced. Looking for the tendencies here on 3rd down, and the catch incomplete, I believe. It hit the ground. That was Malcolm Floyd. Donald Strickland defending.
Oh, I tell you, that's what's different about this football team. Inside, going down the field. It's man coverage. Philip Rivers, can you cover it any better than that? He throws it back shoulder, and when Malcolm Floyd goes up to get it, look at Strickland. His hand went right between Floyd's, causes the incompletion.
Bounced off the ground, incomplete. San Diego's 3rd 3 and out on the year.
That's a weapon.
Hatchery at the 18, 54-yard punt. Sanchez and the Jets maybe warming up a bit now. 7-3 is the score, San Diego.
Football fans everywhere. For the taste as cold as the Rockies. Cross Brew Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer, and the official beer sponsor of the Super Bowl.
About this time last year, we introduced Hyundai Assurance, so you could have the confidence to buy a car when confidence was a hard thing to come by. Of course, by now, we all hoped we'd be further down the road to recovery, and we'll get there. Until then, we're continuing Hyundai Assurance. Buy a new Hyundai, and if you lose your income, you can still return the car. And it still won't hurt your credit, because we're all in this together. And together, we'll all work our way through it.
There's nothing you can do that can't be done. There's nothing you can sing that can't be sung. There's nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need.
NFL Play 60. At least 60 minutes of exercise every day. Join the movement at NFLRush.com.
Why is 60 Minutes in tiny American Samoa? To report on its #1 export, NFL stars. Tonight.
As they stretch out Revis, you can go to NFL.com for in-game highlights, expert analysis, video from all of the weekend's playoff games at NFL.com. Shawn Green starts this series in the backfield for New York. And the rookie from Iowa takes it outside, connects with Quentin Jammer, gain of 3.
I think that's what catches everybody off guard. When you look back in the backfield and you see Shawn Green, you go, oh, okay, here comes an inside run. Then he just casually takes it outside and you go, he's fast too, because he is so big. And you even said it yesterday. We had a chance to talk to him. He walked out of the room and you said, man, he's thick.
He's impressive. Rex Ryan said he's a lot faster than people give him credit for. When they were scouting him, he reminded them of Michael Turner. Falcons running back. 2nd down and 7. Back to Green. And here's that deceiving speed. Picks up a 1st down. Gallops out there for about 8.
Well, this is what the Jet running backs do well. They get the defensive linemen moving to their right, the Jets left, and as soon as they see a space, those runners cut back, and those linebackers, that's who's got to be there to make the plays. But look, Mangold up on Seiler, doesn't let him get off. That's why Green gets the 1st down.
The 1st down at the 30. The fake and the throw on 1st down. That's Keller. A gain of about 14. Tackled in the secondary by Eric Weddle.
Well designed, Jim, and you run it just a little. He's going to go out here. The good play fake. That little open spot in the defense. The corners up on the wide receivers. The next person can get there to knock this pass down is the safety, and he's too far away. Boy, good play action fakes. Mark Sanchez handles the ball very well. Big hands, allows him to really sell out when they fake the run.
Now it's Weddle being stretched out. 1st down. Into round, and that's Contra getting away from the 1st hit. Shawn Phillips had a chance to drop him for about a 6-7 yard loss.
Shawn Phillips said, Jim, I wanted to say earlier, they keep faking this reverse. I've never seen a Charger look at the reverse runner. And then they hand it off, and there it is. So they were watching it. I just couldn't tell.
Spillman, rookie for Marshall, rookie free agent, undrafted, in for Weddle. And picked up a yard. Contreras has been held without a catch. Could have lost 6 or 7.
False start. Offense, number 67. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Well, it's Damian Woody, top of your screen. Oh, just that flinch. Isn't that terrible that that counts as 5-yard penalty? But that's the way it goes. Now the Jets, these situations, so far today, they've been a heavy run team, but Mark Sanchez is now involved in the game. Will they let him throw it?
On 2nd and 14 with pressure. Gets it away, and it is intercepted on the rebound by Jammer. And Jammer to the 38 of the Jets. It was tipped by Steve Gregory.
Yeah, it's the tip, but that's not what causes this interception. It's not a good decision by Sanchez. But watching, here comes a blitzer from the outside, untouched. He knows it. He tries to hang in there and make the throw. That's Paul Oliver on the blitz, untouched. And when you try to hang in there, you throw before you see it cleanly. And that's Stephen Gregory that misses it. What a rebound catch.
Going for Edwards. Right off the fingertips of Gregory. Jemmer never flinched, and he runs it back 24 yards. First pick thrown by Sanchez in his last 69 passes. Sets up San Diego on the Jet side of the field. They're going to try to take advantage of it right here. Nope. Rivers goes with the short option instead. And that's Vincent Jackson. Flags everywhere. Bouncing out of bounds at the 15.
Vincent Jackson with the reception.
Malcolm Floyd may be flagged for an illegal block, negating a 23-yard pass play.
During the return, during the run, illegal block in the back, offense, number 80. 10-yard penalty, replay, first down.
Well, the penalty's on Malcolm Floyd. What a job by Phillip Rivers. Look at everybody around him. That short motion serves him well. And there's the block by Malcolm Floyd at the last second. Easy to see, definitely in the back. And that block did not help Vincent Jackson get free.
He hit Jim Leonard in the back and mark it off from the point of the infraction. So it's a 1st and 12. This time Rivers given time. Gain of about a yard to LT. Well, maybe a couple more than that. That's the first Jets turnover, the pick a moment ago, since week 15 against Atlanta. Sanchez and the Jets have gone 3 straight games without a turnover after that one. At that point, of course, that was the week where they lost, and Rex Ryan thought they were mathematically out of it. Only to see his team win the last 2 weeks and get into the playoffs. Rex Ryan has said his whole head coaching thing, A.J. Smith, general manager of the Chargers, he put me on the map. He interviewed for this head coaching job at San Diego, the one that North got. Second down, back to Tomlinson for maybe a yard.
These Jets, the screens, everybody has a hard time defending them when you play the Chargers, but follow the offensive linemen. As soon as they release, oh, good job by Brian Thomas getting off the block. But the linebackers seen it, they follow it, nowhere to run. But what were it's true, Rex Ryan, he just said that was, he came out here and interviewed Jim. What he said was, man, I got a chance to get this job.
Yeah, he didn't think he did going.
This is really exciting.
Traveling out here, he said, suddenly I realized I might get it. North got it instead. That's got to be incomplete.
Well, it's got to go back to your rule, Jim, that you said the first time. There was contact. They're going to the ground.
Rex Ryan doesn't think so. He says it's going the other way.
Yeah, but that vest doesn't have stripes.
The ruling on the field is that the pass is intercepted. The ball was loose and never hit the ground.
How about that?
First down.
Did Revis make another phenomenal athletic play like the one last week against Cincinnati was something else. Off the leg. Oh, it never did hit the ground. And Revis comes up with it. That is not incomplete. Revis comes back. The Jets have an interception.
This time last year, nobody knew what was going to happen with the economy. So we introduced Hyundai Assurance and lets you return the car if you lost your income, with no impact on your credit. Well, we're not out of the woods yet, so the offer still stands. Buy a new Hyundai and you'll get assurance too. Because we're all in this together. And we promise, no matter how long it takes the economy to get going, we're not going anywhere without you.
like in the game?
Oh, sorry, I'm just checking the other scores.
Is my map in the way? No, you good.
To get almost 5 times more 3G coverage than AT&T, come to Verizon Wireless, where you'll find smartphones under $100, like the BlackBerry Tour, Droid Aris with Google by HTC, or the new BlackBerry Curve for just $79.99. Verizon Wireless.
Watching the bull and bear markets battle it out is not a retirement plan. So I switched to E-Trade and jumped on their Retirement Quick plan. It showed me the gloomy truth and let me run scenarios until I figured out how to eliminate my shortfall. Then I used their screeners to choose the right investments and build a diversified plan to keep me on track. Hey, my retirement plan needed work, and E-Trade helped me get it done. Get a retirement plan that works at E-Trade.
You're watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 44. The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Hyundai Assurance. A little certainty in uncertain times. Find out more at Hyundai.com. And by Burger King, who remind you to have it your way.
Revis has an interception for the second straight week. Bouncing off the heel of a falling Vincent Jackson. What a play by Revis to deny. Anyway, 1st and 10, Thomas Jones. Picks up about 4.
Well, the hype about Darrelle Revis, it's definitely not overhyped, that's for sure. Breaks up the pass. It hits Vincent Jackson's the back of his shoe, and even if you challenge, you would lose the challenge, and he's not down either, Revis, so he gets up and gets a few extra yards. But if that's not Darrelle Revis there, I think Vincent Jackson is going to go up, out-jump, and get the football. Tremendous play by him to get the interception.
A 2nd down and 6. And coming into the backfield quickly is Kevin Burnett. Sets him back 4 yards.
Well, one way this Charger defense, what they do, here comes the blitz along the side. If they think it's a running situation, they're not afraid to send everybody to the outside, run it down, put guys up the middle, and put the pressures on their corners if it is a pass. Good call by the defensive side, and a good play by Burnett.
3rd down 10. And left alone, Patry has a catch. And he's bumped out by Jammer. And the Jets convert on 3rd and 10. They go for 15.
Now, you know, they can do this more if they want. If they want to let Sanchez drop back, look at the top of your screen. You can see everybody else is inside. And that's the way the Chargers play. They play conservative, and they say, okay, if you want to throw it outside to the sidelines, we'll give you that throws. Can you get it done? That time Sanchez did. Nice throw, very relaxed, made it happen.
Jericho Patry, who caught 21 touchdowns at North Carolina State. 21 touchdowns thrown to him by Phillip Rivers on 1st and 10. And Jones, that run meets a quick end after a gain of about 3. February 7th, the Who is going to ratchet things up at the Bridgestone Super Bowl 44 halftime show. Live from South Florida, Super Sunday, right here on CBS. We're going to have a coach from Eastern Illinois in the Super Bowl. We know that as both Brad Childress and Sean Payton, the Toodle square off on the NFC side, both former players for the Panthers out of Charleston, Illinois. They played quarterback there, as did Mike Shanahan, the new Redskins coach. 2nd and 7. Run it straight ahead. Helmet lost by Thomas Jones with 5 gained.
Well, they're wearing that play out. It's probably one of the better runs the Jets have. That little fake throw to the outside, then the draw up the middle.
Thomas Jones, who was in that Super Bowl 3 years ago, the last time it was contested at Dolphin Stadium, ran for over 100 yards for the Bears and what turned out to be an Indianapolis victory. 3rd and short coming up for New York with a minute to go in the 3rd. century turned around too late. Shawn Phillips, though, maybe forced to hurry.
Yeah, they guessed wrong. That's what they do. They'd had so much success with all these fake actions one way and the quarterback rolling out the other against the Bengals. It's the Chargers, they're waiting on it. Shawn Phillips, nice job being disciplined, staying there and letting it come to him. Makes incomplete. Now they got a punt.
Weatherford into punt for the 7th time. Scrolls the returner and run away from it. Ball falls, and rather silent finish to that punt. Beautiful job done by Weatherford. 51 yards. Wallace Wright downs it at the 4-yard line.
The world's a confusing place for this little guy. He was born yesterday, but he knows the BK double cheeseburger is bigger than McDonald's for just $1. He's got the big stuff figured out. The rest is just details. The $1 double cheeseburger only at Burger King.
The Samsung LED TV, ultra slim, intensely brilliant.
The NFL, that's how I see it.
The Samsung LED TV, it's football in hyper real.
So Doc, I've been thinking, no. You know how, no. So Doc, I've got this friend.
Talking to your doctor about erectile dysfunction isn't easy.
Actually, Doc, there is something I want to talk to you about.
But it's definitely a conversation worth having. 20 million men have had their Viagra talk. When you're ready for yours, visit Viagra.com for helpful conversation starters and to learn how Viagra can help. Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Don't take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects may include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing. It's time to take a deep breath and ask your doctor if Viagra is right for you.
Why are so many of these guys missing their pinky finger? If a member disgraces the gang in any way, they're expected to cut it off.
Live by the sword.
To disappoint your boss and sacrifice a finger, partner.
Die by the sword.
Cut clean through. Been a long time since I've seen this much blood.
New CSI Miami, CBS Monday.
Norv Turner said this week to his team, we don't have anything to protect. We have to make it happen. Well, it's a 7-3 lead. And it's getting late here. 51 seconds to go in the third. Backed up at the 4-yard line. There's Tomlinson again. Unable to get any kind of running start, maybe a yard.
Well, Jim, you and I have talked about the Defensive Player of the Year runner-up, Revis. And the thing that just sticks out when you watch him on TV, whatever, is that he can locate the football so fast and react to it while he's covering these great receivers.
He said runner-up, Charles Woodson won the award. A lot of people thought Revis would win it. Revis said, though, he voted
for Charles Woodson.
For Woodson. Second down and 9. Who would you have voted for?
Well, you know, I learned from Mike Tomlin, celebrate the winners. Don't complain about who doesn't win.
Rivers' throw is intercepted by Leonard. And the Jets are set up in the red zone.
When you play pressure defense, what you do is you just wait for that mistake to happen. And the Jets have been patient all day. And it's a blitz. It's good pickup. But Phillip Rivers, I think he's throwing a seam pass to Antonio Gates, who's not even looking. Or did he overthrow Vincent Jackson on the in cut? But he did lost his rhythm and his timing. Look at Gates. He's not looking. There comes the throw. Boy, right to Jim Leonard.
Rivers picked off on his last 2 passes. The first one, of course, the great play by Revis. This one right into the arms of Leonard. And the Jets are as deep as they've been today. They're at the 16 of San Diego. One more snap in the third. And it goes to Shawn Green for a couple. We're headed to the 4th. Maybe we're not. We've got a flag.
You know, Jim, I'm going to go back to that interception real quick. Norv Turner says no disaster plays. Phillip Rivers just lost his rhythm and his train, whatever you want to say. He panicked, just got too quick, and he threw it before he saw what was really going on down the field.
Phillip Rivers, who's never had a 3-pick game in his career, has now thrown 2 in the quarter. 2 on his last 2 throws.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 95 with a late headbutt. Half the distance to the goal. The penalty will be enforced at the beginning of the 4th quarter.
Jets will be opening up the 4th quarter inside the 10. San Diego did not pick up a first down in the 3rd. Jets picked up a field goal. We're going to the 4th. 7-3 Chargers.
The greatest survivor heroes and villains return to play the game one more time. New Survivor premieres Thursday, February 11th, only CBS.
Don't miss NCIS, starring Mark Harmon. Tuesday, only CBS.
What do you get when you take crushed ice, chocolate or caramel, add a hint of coffee flavor, and top it all off with whipped cream? You get refreshing, dreamy, blended bliss. We call them frappes, and now you can get a free sample on Wednesdays at McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Hey, shout up and go. A big world is out there waiting for
It's the most inspired vehicle ever built. The world's best-selling hybrid makes the world even better. The 3rd generation Toyota Prius. Saving you at the pump, saving you over time, and saving your little corner of the world. Now, save even more with a Prius lease for just $249 a month. Ask someone you know who drives one.
Louisville Athletic Club has something for everyone who's looking to get in shape. Hi, I'm Bob Scott.
And I'm Caroline Scott, and you're going to love LAC's Resolution Solution.
For a limited time only, you can join the area's premier fitness center with no money down and some of the lowest rates ever.
We have programs to help you meet your weight, health, and fitness goals, and we'll help out your wallet with low month-to-month contracts.
Hurry now and call one of our 3 area locations.
Or go to athleticClubs.org to start your Resolution Solution.
What do you get when you take crushed ice, chocolate or caramel, add a hint of coffee flavor, and top it all off with whipped cream? You get refreshing, dreamy, blended bliss. We call them frappes, and now you can get a free sample on Wednesdays at McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Support the American Heart Association at the Crystal Heart Gala, February 27th.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we direct your attention to the 30-yard line, where we would like to recognize the 8 national champions of the 2009-2010 NFL Punt, Pass, and Kick program. Ray Anderson, NFL's Executive Vice President of Football Operations, will congratulate the 8 NFL Punt, Pass, and Kick national champions. The 8 9-year-old champions are Asia Mitchell from Mesquite, Texas, and Harrison Wellman from College Station, Texas. In the 10-11 age group, Brooklyn Woolajan from Niagara, Wisconsin, and Micah Potter from Mentor, Ohio. The 12-13-year-old champions are Alexandra Greer from El Dorado, Arkansas, and Matt Doran from West Melbourne, Florida. And finally, the 14-15-year-old champions are Carissa Miller from Cave Creek, Arizona, and Chad Kelly from Buffalo, New York. The National Football League would like to thank all of the participants and volunteers who made the Punt, Pass, and Kick a successful program in 2009. For more information about NFL youth programs, please visit the website at NFLYouthFootball.com. Congratulations to our 8 national PPK winners, and let's give the kids another round of applause.
Jim, let's go back. Here it is, Shawn Phillips. The play is over. Oh, the headbutt. That's 15 yards. It's a dead ball foul. But that's a big play. When you're playing this Jets offense, your defense has played so well. Now you only got 7 yards The Jets looking at 7 yards and 3 downs.
Starting the fourth quarter, along with Phil Simms, Jim Nance, 7-yard line. First and goal for New York. And that was Shawn Green. And he falls for a gain of about 2. And one more look at the Leonard pick.
Well, here's Antonio Gates. Here comes Vincent Jackson. We said we couldn't tell who he was throwing it to. And I threw these passes many times in my career. And I call them drop-it passes. And what do I mean by that? You throw it, you know it's a bad decision, and you're just begging the defender, please drop it.
Second and goal from the 6. That's Green. And he's about 2 yards away. Well, we mentioned a year ago, Mark Sanchez, just 2 days after winning the MVP of the Rose Bowl, he came here to watch Rivers and Peyton Manning in the playoffs. Wanted to watch those 2 quarterbacks. Today he's going against Rivers, trying to win the game to go against Peyton next week. He was right up there at the very top, 6 rows from the top in this end zone, just to the right of that scoreboard. Watching, observing, and trying to learn from those quarterbacks how they handle it. How will he do it here on third and goal from the 2? Jets trying to go in front in this divisional playoff game. Sanchez is going to throw it, rolling out, looking, now throws, and he's got the touchdown to Dustin Keller, and the Jets take the lead.
That's all about Mark Sanchez. Good protection, lots of time to throw. Look at the defense initially. Everybody covered, but he doesn't panic, and something he can do. He can throw on the run, and he can be accurate. I'll tell you else, too. He is a first-class celebrator. Shows his emotion, and that is exciting. Throw a touchdown in that situation. You deserve to jump up and down.
Feely makes it 10-7. Coming off the Rivers pick. 54 weeks after sitting in the stands, he comes back to visit that same end zone, throws the touchdown to take the lead.
Introducing the Accord Cross Tour from Honda.
Pepsi Throwback celebrates the timeless game.
So what are you gonna have? I'm gonna have one of these under 550 calorie meals.
Applebee's new unbelievably great tasting and under 550 calories menu. It's all the taste and none of the trade-offs.
That's under 550 calories?
And it's another reason why there's no place like the neighborhood.
This Tuesday, the world's deadliest assassins are back. I think tonight's gonna end badly. The director of Narc presents Smokin' Aces 2. Own it this Tuesday.
Monday, let's say this happened to you at work. What's worse, if your wife finds out?
Hey, baby, I'm on my way up.
Okay. Or if she just doesn't believe you.
Her tongue was in my mouth.
Sure it was. You want some soup?
Do you have any split pea left?
A new How I Met Your Mother, Monday.
It was just a 4-play drive. Let's go back. The Weatherford punt that set up San Diego at the 4, which led then to the interception by Jim Leonard. And then Sanchez, aided by a penalty, finds Keller for the touchdown.
Oh, they're ready for the short kickoff this time.
Cromartie has it. He's not going for the ball's out. Ihedibu knocked it out of his hands, just stripped it away from Cromartie.
Looks like San Diego fell on it.
Look at North Turner right on top of the pile off the sideline.
Heavy ball. The tackle. All recovered by the Chargers.
Short kick to Cromartie. Darren Sproles is going to end up recovering it.
Oh, what a tackle. Grabs. Look at him grabbing the football. He had a bow. He just makes plays every single game.
Darren Sproles again with the recovery. And the Chargers at the 29-yard line. Boy, this is starting to feel like, and they got to be careful what happened several years back when New England came in here after the Chargers had a 14-2 year and they got knocked out in this very spot. As Tomlinson goes for 2 yards and the crowd is booing. For those of you expecting to see 60 minutes, you're watching the NFL on CBS. Jets and Chargers. The winner advances to Indianapolis and the AFC Championship game. Jim Nantz along with Bill Sims. 60 minutes will be seen in its entirety immediately following our football coverage, except on the West Coast, where it'll be seen at its regularly scheduled time. 15 yards in the third quarter and a couple of turnovers by the Chargers. 2nd and 9, and Rivers has Tolbert, but what a stick by Brian Thomas. Holds him to a 6-yard gain.
It's a blitz. Here they come again. Phillip Rivers under pressure, really by his own guy. And from the backside, Thomas makes, boy, he just hits him dead on.
And Tolbert is the one down on the field after making the catch, and that collision with Brian Thomas. Injury timeout.
Hey everybody.
It's hard, and he tries to hit her, and she runs.
Not too heavy, not too light. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
I brought potato salad.
Introducing the new great-tasting EAS Myoplex Nutrition Shake with 25 grams of protein, reformulated to help more athletes refuel, build lean muscle, and give their more.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Verizon Wireless, America's largest 3G network. EAS, give your more with EAS. And by the all-new Accord Cross Tour from Honda, versatility modernized.
12:41 to go in this one. And Tolbert is able to walk off. Look at big hit delivered by Brian Thomas. 3rd down and 3. They have not had a lot of 3rd and shorts today, San Diego. Only the 2nd time they've had 3rd and less than 5 yards. Rivers finds Gates, and they've got the 1st. Good for 9.
Well, what they do, surprised we haven't seen more of it. Why we have it, Jim? 2nd time all day they've had 3rd down and less than 5 yards, but they put 3 receivers together. And when you blitz and you're trying to pick out who are you going to cover, hard to do that when 3 guys are running up the field at the same time. Another good job, Phillip Rivers getting rid of the football. Not that they're picking up all the blitzers, but they're not getting 3 lanes to run right in there and get to Rivers faster.
We'll go to the shotgun on 1st down. And they'll go empty as they send LT to the right. Rivers in trouble, and he's wrapped up at the 41. That's Mike DeVito with the sack. Did not have a sack all regular season, and that's a loss of 5.
You know, when you talk about this, we talk about the matchups. This defensive line of the New York Jets, they only got 5 guys going today. And they've done a tremendous job in the run, that time in the pass. Now you be the quarterback. Where are you going to throw it? There's no one-on-one coverages. There's nobody open, really. Phillip Rivers looking down the field, nowhere to go.
Jets' first sack. Looks at a 2nd and 15. They were showing blitz. Now they back up.
Well, that was a good fake.
Caught by Sproles. Tough catch, but good for only 2 as David Harris stayed right with him. Another 3rd and long on the way for San Diego.
Seen that quite a few times too, Jim, as Phillip Rivers finds the open guy, the short receivers, the running backs, the tight ends. But the Jets closing fast, making tackles, and not giving up very few extra yards after the catch today for this Chargers offense. Well, we got a little stand-up defense once again.
And 3rd and 13. Rhodes strips him. Rivers tries to fall on it. He had support. Kerry Rhodes came in untouched, and that's Manu Maliuna with the recovery, keeping it for San Diego in the punt.
How about that? It's blitzing. It's all about when you decide to send them and how late, and they wait till the last second. And Rhodes from the outside, before Manu Maliuna can see it, it's too late. And this is not like a defensive lineman or a linebacker. These defensive backs, give them a little space. They can close the deal very fast.
Cypress, maybe his best of the day. He's had some good ones. All the way back to the 8. That's Cotchery, gets past the wave. And Cotchery still running out to the 35. They've had big changes all season long with the injury to Leon Washington. Leonard with a hand injury has not been relied upon on a return. 27-yard run back. Rhodes had a strip sack. Jets have the football of 3.
Hey. You matched black in the game.
Oh, sorry. I'm just checking the other scores.
Is my map in the way? No. You good.
To get almost 5 times more 3G coverage than AT&T, come to Verizon Wireless, where you'll find smartphones under $100, like the BlackBerry Tour, Droid Aris with Google by HTC, or the new BlackBerry Curve for just $79.99. Verizon Wireless.
A sport-tuned, high-flow exhaust system delivers more power. Electric power steering delivers a precise and efficient way of using it. The powerful Acura TL. The most innovative thinking you'll find in an Acura.
Take advantage of attractive lease rates on the 2010 Acura TL for well-qualified customers.
By 2010, 30% of the data stored on the world's computers will be medical images.
The trouble is, all of that information is trapped.
X-rays aren't talking to...
Medical records aren't talking to...
Patient histories aren't talking to...
Insurance forms. We're trying to connect all that data, make it smart.
We would see the patterns in your medical history.
In the histories of entire populations.
Predict dangerous drug combinations.
We could tailor cures
to your genetic code.
Put the focus back where it belongs, on the patient.
That's what I'm working on. I'm an IBMer. Let's build a smarter planet.
There's a new game in New York. Lingerie football. And one player will get the ultimate penalty.
I guess this job has its perks.
So how come I end up processing locker room trash and you get this? Because I'm married.
A new CSI New York, Wednesday, only CBS.
Just 9:27 to play for the Rivers, and the Chargers led 7-0 at halftime. Their touchdown drive set up by the pass to Gates, and then the touchdown throw to Wilson. Both touchdowns in this game have gone to tight ends. Keller on the receiving end of the one from Sanchez here early in the 4th. San Diego total offense in the second half, 19 yards. Rivers and Gates trying to figure it out for the next time they step on the field. On first down, it's Shawn Green. Hit first by Brandon Seiler from behind. Gains 4.
Well, Jim, let's look. Kerry Rhodes comes from the outside. Remember, he got benched early in the year because when you play defense for the Jets, your safeties, you got to make plays. But long yardage situations, look down the field. Nobody's open. There's really nowhere for Phillip Rivers to throw it. The Jets able to blitz and still drop back and cover the receivers down the field.
Second down and 6. Back to Green. Stephen Cooper gets a hand on him quickly. And it's a gain of 2. 3rd and 4. Next for New York.
Stephen Cooper, good name. Just very tough against the run. And Brian Schottenheimer, he remembers, he was a coach, the offensive coordinator for the Jets, was a quarterback coach out here in San Diego, and he has a lot of respect for the linebackers, how good and how aggressive they are coming up and stopping the run.
They need to make a stop right here. Moving in on 8 minutes. On 3rd and 4 from the gun. Jets pick up the first down. It's Cotchery.
Wow. How tight of a throw was that? Cromartie leaves his guy, comes off, and is going to go for the interception. Top of the screen. Got to be careful. He's looking in. Sanchez must see him, and he throws it behind Cotchery. If he leads in at all or throws it at him, it could be an interception. Perfect throw. Tremendous placement by Mark Sanchez. Reminds you a lot of what you saw yesterday or last night from Peyton Manning against the Ravens defense.
Midway 4th. New set of downs. 47. Shawn Green plowing ahead and taken off. Green to the 20. He's not going to be caught. Touchdown, New York Jets.
Touchdown Jets.
Broke away from Eric Weddle and explodes for 53 yards and a touchdown.
Shawn Green's become such a part of this Jets offense late in the year. And hasn't been worn down by too many carries. You said it, Jim. It's just he explodes, and here's what catches you by surprise. When he's in the open field, they can't catch him.
Yeah, there's a whole lot more speed there than you ever thought.
It's a good combination in this league, speed, size, and power.
Second touchdown of the final quarter, and Phillip Rivers and the Chargers, their great season right now in big-time jeopardy with 7 minutes to play. The Jets up 10.
Mary Ann is going to demonstrate how easy it is to pay a bill online. Beats writing checks.
Nope, we're gonna have some bill.
With Bank of America Online Bill Pay, you choose who to pay and when to pay each bill. Pay bills online, keep your budget on track this year with Online Bill Pay from Bank of America.
Mr. Craven, I know you shot your daughter.
These guys in black suits were asking about her.
I need to know what kind of trouble she was in.
Can't talk about that.
I'm not a cop now. I got nothing to lose. Could you remove your glasses, please, sir? You're gonna tell me everything.
We need to abort right now.
The people you are in business with killed my daughter. What are you gonna do about it? You know you deserve this.
Edge of Darkness. Rated R.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Subway Restaurants. Eat smart with a turkey melt. Part of a Subway fresh fit meal. And by Scott Trade. Get invested.
Shawn Green has just given the Jets the longest Jet run in their playoff history. 53 yards for a touchdown.
Well, you think back, we talked to him yesterday, and the Jets, they knew they had something in him in a training camp. They worked him, and he was kind of laughing. They roughed him up and ran him over quite a bit, trying to learn how to be a running back who can pick up linebackers when they blitz. But man, when they called on him late in the year, he's done terrific.
Healy gets it on the ground. Manu Maliuna comes down the sideline. Ihedibo chops him out. Now, that did not work out well for the Jets at all. I mean, they just gave the football to San Diego at the 48. Now, so far this weekend, all blowouts. The Jets, well, different story here today. Saints win. 20-3 win for Peyton and the Colts. Will host next week. So will the Saints host on the NFC side. And Brett Favre and the Vikings demolishing Dallas. Who will be the fourth team in?
Well, I know one thing. I wouldn't be happy with that kickoff by the Jets.
No.
Short field, little too conservative. I know Darren Sproles. He's tremendous.
Quick slant, and they're already over to the Jets side. That's Malcolm Floyd. The three finals before this one, all going to the home team by a margin of 26 points per game. The three finals over the divisional weekend, but the road team right now in front here with inside 7 minutes to play.
Jim, that was a good throw and catch. Jets had somebody coming free once again right at Phillip Rivers.
That was Kerry Rhodes again. On a 2nd and 2. Oh, Gates wide open. He had gotten away separation from Eric Smith. And they had an open field, probably had another 10 yards to go.
Well, they're guessing right. They pick up the blitz. He's going to fake like he's going inside. How about that? For the big guy, just one of the reasons why he's so good. Definitely takes his head off the football. You know, you can't overstate. Maybe he takes his head off the football because he thinks, wow, this Jets defense, somebody's going to be there to hit me. He's trying to find that guy maybe too quick.
So now it's a 3rd and 2. Get the first down. Gates holds on to it this time, makes a nice little wiggle, and takes it to the 30. He said, give me the ball back. And he posts him up again.
Yeah, it's just what he did. He's posting him up, going inside. This is almost an impossible task for Eric Smith. You got to cover him one-on-one over the whole field, and we saw it was the same play basically. He went across, stopped, came back out. All you need is a little window.
First down at the 30. Got Jackson with 6. David Harris closes in on him. Gain of about 5.
San Diego still has all 3 of its timeouts. They're already in field goal range. You're 2 scores down.
No huddle, but taking a long time to get everybody set. That was about a 30-second plus 5-yard gain. Now as Rivers gets the protection, but no one open. A 3rd and 5 next. Again, the lineup tonight on CBS, 60 minutes, with that report on all the football players who have come out of American Samoa. Followed by a new episode of Cold Case and NCIS on a special night. It's all tonight right here on America's #1 network. 3rd and 5, Phil, you said it a minute ago. They don't complete it here for the first. You're still down 2 scores. You got to think it's a call to Kading. It'll be about a 43-yarder from this point.
Well, Jim, if it breaks down quick, you got to throw it away here.
Just beats the play clock. Floyd has it, but he's short of the first.
That was just, I tell you, the Jets, they've got the rhythm of his cadence. I don't know what, but when that football is being snapped, they're running full speed up inside. And look at the free runners once again. Not one, but two. So another good job by Rivers just getting rid of it. But it makes him try the field goal attempt.
Now this field goal a must. It's from 40. That's the yardage he missed against the Jets in the playoff overtime game back in 2004. And this now to get him within 7. Kading.
This is it.
And he is wide right. His 3rd miss of the day. His first 3-miss game of his career.
Yeah, that was everything. It was almost the game I was saying as he's getting ready to kick it. Because now you need 2 possessions to get this done. And it's just not a confident stroke or motion. And I've never kicked in my life, but you can just tell he's leaning back. So that makes you think when they lean back a little too much, it has to go a little right. The Jets, they know how big it is.
How about Rex Ryan and the Jets, the way it's worked out for them? The 2 misses last week at Cincinnati by Graham, the 3 today by Kading, 2 of the best in the league, unable to connect. And now with 4:38 to go, Jets have the football back. Green. And Weddle this time was going to make sure he wasn't going to advance it any more than 2 yards. Again, next Sunday, CBS Sports, home of Super Bowl 44, will bring you the AFC Championship game from Indianapolis. It all begins at 2 o'clock next Sunday with JB, Dan, Coach, Cower, Shannon, Boomer, the special playoff edition of the NFL Today.
I would have called timeout if I was the Chargers. If you call timeout, I believe you will force the Jets to run it 3 times. Because they'll say, okay, let's just make them use those timeouts.
On 2nd and 8. That's Cooper with a quick throwdown and another 3 yards added to the total for Shawn Green and a 3rd and 5. And there's your timeout by San Diego, the first one they've used. What happens to a guy like Nate Kading?
Well, you know, Jim, it's the only position I believe in football where you can feel pressure, and that is the kicker, because you have to come out there and you've got to think about what you're doing. Everybody else on the field, they just react. It happens so fast. They're trained. I almost liken it to these kickers, like a golfer, which you cover so much, over a big putt. They got to stand there and think about it. Hey, if I miss it, here's what goes on. If I make it, it's great joy. So, tough position.
He had made 20 consecutive field goals before this game today, including that streak from 40 and in, 69 straight. One of his misses today was from 57 right before the half, but 36 and 40. He'd missed 3 all season long in 35 attempts. Now, are the Chargers going to get a chance to get the full football back to have any chance at all?
They're going to run it.
3rd and 5. Green stopped by the Chargers. And another timeout utilized at the 3:44 mark. San Diego left with 1.
Well, they have 1 timeout, the 2-minute warning.
Well, you'll be breaking it down this week on Inside the NFL on Showtime. The longest running show on cable. 4 guys with an attitude. Yeah, jumping in here. Yeah. Led by you, JB, Chris, Warren. Some serious stuff and some rollicking good times.
Rollicking?
Yeah, you guys cut it up a little bit. You know, laugh a little bit. I know the other 3 guys have a great sense of humor.
Well, 3 out of 4 is not bad, right?
I'll see us, Wednesday night, Showtime Inside the NFL.
Yeah, we're going to have fun with these games. All these hot teams coming into the playoffs. We'll get to argue that point. Well, you got to be hot. Minnesota, they're not hot. How'd that work out?
Aaron Sproles waiting for the punt from Weatherford, and they almost got to him. It's a short kick. Caught by Cromartie on the hop, and he's down at the 37.
Oh, they had it.
That was Hester who had him, Phil.
He had it. He just missed it. It could have been a knockdown, go in and score.
Hester, who has had some plays this year on special teams.
Oh, the Jets. They let the inside guy come free. Brad Smith, Jacob Hester.
Hester, who had a punt block for a touchdown return.
Oh, he definitely tipped the football. There's no doubt about that, Jim.
Remember we were at Pittsburgh early in the season. He had a strip touchdown return in that game, too, on special teams. Rutherford got out of the way, though, and the Chargers now take over at the 37. Rivers gets it up to about the 48. That's Gates. It's Strickland trying to guard him.
It's just amazing. The Jets can blitz and still not, you don't even have a hope of getting the football down the field for the big plays.
We saw the San Diego Chargers a number of times this year, and you just admired how they could go down the field as good as you've ever seen it. And we haven't seen it today.
The opportunity's not been there.
False start. Offense, number 68. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Coming up, the Subway postgame show. James and the guys will be in the studio there in New York, trying to sum up things that happen all weekend long, including what's happening here in San Diego. Coming up, Subway postgame show.
Boomer was all over at halftime. He kept saying, man, I like where the Jets are.
Yeah, we had it. 1st and 15. And Rivers now going down the field. That's Jackson. Did he get the feet down? They give him the catch at the 20.
That is some catch by Vincent Jackson. It looked like the Jets. No, I thought the safety was going to get over. Did he get both feet down? Was his right foot on the ground? Rex Ryan has already challenged the play.
Yep. You could tell one foot was down, but the other one, we're going to have to look at this one closely. Pretty acrobatic move, though, by Jackson. We had Dwight Lowry in on the coverage.
I thought the safety, I think it was Jim Leonard, was going to get over there and actually make the play.
I think he's got it.
Yep, I do too.
There's a penalty flag on the field, too. You know, Vincent Jackson went over and kicked the challenge flag.
Wow. You know, Jim, it gives me a chance. Penalties are a big part of this game today.
The New York Jets coaching staff is challenging the rule on the field of a completed catch. Additionally, after the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense, number 87, for kicking the challenge flag.
There is no 87.
15-yard penalty.
That's Vincent Jackson, 83.
How about the penalties, though, Jim? How about the penalty they had after the interception that took the football inside the 10-yard line?
Watch the penalty, Phil. Here comes Jackson at the 28-yard line. That's unsportsmanlike conduct. If it's a catch, they'll back him up to the 35. We'll be right back.
Introducing the new great-tasting EAS Myoplex Nutrition Shake with 25 grams of protein, reformulated to help more athletes refuel, build lean muscle, and give their more.
You've wanted to quit smoking so many times, but those days came and went, and the cigarettes remained. Today's a new day. Talk to your doctor about prescription treatment options and support. And this time, make it your time.
Like something really fresh and fun this winter? Just think Australian. Cruise into Outback Steakhouse and try a variety of fresh and delicious dishes starting at only $9.95. Like our juicy signature sirloin, hand-cut and seared just the way you like it. Or for $1 more, try our signature sirloin with our succulent shrimp scampi, all served with our famous fresh sides. At down under prices starting at $9.95. Live adventurous. Go Outback.
Well, Vincent Jackson, I believe he gets both of his feet down. The left foot's inbounds, and the right foot, couple good angles. That's one. You can tell it just drags. But I think the big play, Jim, is the 15-yard penalty once he kicks the challenge flag.
Well, it makes a great play with the right foot here, but then he makes a screen play.
It's confirmed. It is completed catch.
Yeah.
Will now enforce the 15-yard penalty for the unsportsmanlike conduct. After conclusion, it'll be first down and 10 at the 35-yard line. New York Jets are charged a team timeout.
Well, we talked about. Oh, go ahead.
Well, they lose the challenge, so the Jets are left with a timeout, and Jackson makes a great play with the right foot for one moment, then a dumb play with the right foot a moment later.
Yeah, I'm not going to call it dumb. You know, I'm just not. I mean, sometimes you got to look the other way. Think about where this game is, the season, what it stands for, 17-7, and he really just went over there and barely kicked it. It's not like he picked it up and threw it.
You wouldn't have called it.
No, not in the emotions of this game. I would have let it go. I just think sometimes you got to let certain situations go.
Vincent Jackson, who was, by the way, a 4.2 student in college. I've often said this, but he's one of the few players who almost matched his 40 time with his GPA. He's a bright guy. He's had a sensational year. But he's going to have his team instead at the 20, at the 35. Still, San Diego, is moving with 3 minutes to go and one timeout in the pocket. Here it is on the right side.
Here he goes. Now watch. It's not even like it just. All right. And, Jim, think about the penalties, though, today. Do you agree? Some of the false starts, delay of games, they put their offense in tough situations, and these personal fouls have been deadly.
Well, it's 1st and 10, not 1st and 25. 1st and 10 from the 35. That's Dane Sproles. And he steps out and gets all that penalty yardage back and gets to the 16-yard line. Again, 19.
So quick, so fast. And Jim Leonard, pretty good coverage. But also Jim Leonard's been battling all year the hand, and it's tough for him to wrap up tackles when he has a guy in sight like he did with Darren Sproles that time. He's got that right arm out of a cast.
From the 16. Kicks off the hit. A second time, gets away from Ellis. Rivers able to manage a yard or two. Shawn Ellis, that hand wrapped up. He injured it right at the very start of the game. Probably couldn't quite get a hold of him.
You said it. Same thing. Hard to wrap around and make these tackles. How about this? A three-man rush. And Shawn Ellis, he goes in there, doesn't even know what to do because really he has one hand. Antonio Gates, that's a little late. Shawn Ellis had already pressured Phillip Rivers to move out of the pocket.
2:45 to go. Rivers able to escape the sack and stop the clock getting out of bounds. From the 14, 13, second down and 7. And knocked down, incomplete. David Harris cutting across and denying. Pass to Gates.
Sorry, Jim. I'm talking about Jim Leonard. Look, that was Eric Smith that missed the tackle on Darren Sproles. We're going to give you the short pass over the middle once again. Antonio Gates doesn't look it in.
Again, if San Diego's going to mount this furious rally, it's very likely they're going to have to rely on Kading connecting on a field goal. And it could come after this play. 3rd and 7 if they fail to convert here. Gates was a little banged up on that last play. There he is in a slot on the left. Rivers steps up, hits Jackson, slicing in and down at the 1. Inside the 1. Splitting right between Bart Scott and Dwight Lowry. Rivers says, come on, let's hurry up. Let's get a play off. Well, that's just right on the edge. Sproles in the backfield. Rivers sneaks it across for the San Diego touchdown. With 2:14 to play.
Well, you look at that series, tremendous job by the San Diego Chargers. Getting it down, scoring fast enough. But look at the Jets. 3 people rushing the quarterback. He's able to step up. Everybody's dropping back, trying to stop the big play, but they're letting them catch and run with it now. Phillip Rivers, good call. Go with a quick quarterback sneak.
I'm not sure Vincent Jackson wasn't in anyway. 63 yards covered in 82 seconds. And Kading adds the extra point, and it's a 17-14 game.
You know, what do you do, really, when they get that last series, when they got down there to the 10 and around it, I thought the Jets would dial up some of their blitzes, but they played it safe. A lot of holes when you play it safe against a team with this many weapons.
So crucial to score with enough time on the north side of the 2-minute warning, so that if you don't recover the kick here, you got the 1 timeout plus you got the 2-minute warning.
That's exactly right. And we talk about this all the time. What they've done here, they're going to make the Jets keep playing. So the Jets will have to run a play, 2-minute warning, run another one, timeout.
All right, Nate Kading. And the Chargers with an onside kick. You got to think on the way tonight on CBS, 60 Minutes. And the little island that's producing NFL stars like Polamalu and Junior Seau. Special report. Followed by a new episode of Cold Case NCIS on CBS. Kading in his career, well, he's not going to kick it up. He's going to go with Cyphers. Kading has twice attempted onside kicks. He's 2 for 2, but they're going to go with Cyphers.
You know, honestly, I thought they would kick it away. But that timeout, the 2-minute warning, and make the Jets get a first down to win the game.
Cyphers 1 for 4 in his career attempting these. It's a high in the air. Beauty tipped around, and it is pulled in by Kerry Rhodes. Well, you couldn't launch it. I mean, that is exactly what you try to do, and it was right on the 10-yard mark.
You are right.
Jump ball.
It is really, when that happens, Jim, what is it? It's just, man, who just gets forced to come down with it?
Man, that is like,
watch all the players.
Perfect
go
execution.
Up, and Kerry Rhodes gets the rebound. My gosh, him and Jericho Cotchery.
Yep, he was battling with Osgood.
I don't know. I would not have onside kicked. I would have made the Jets try to win the game, throwing the football for 1 play.
Rex Ryan saying, wait a minute, 1 second came off the clock on that onside kick?
Well, they're quick jumpers.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Jackson makes up for the, well, he made the great catch. Makes up for the unsportsmanlike penalty by taking it down to the goal line where Rivers punched it across, and here come the Jets. They do knock another second off the clock. 2:12. And they go green for no gain.
Well, you know, again, I'm going to go back to it. Now there's no pressure on the Jets. They're going to run it 3 times and just say, go ahead, see if you can get down there and kick the field goal.
2-minute warning. Chargers don't take the timeout on the north side of it. 2-minute warning, second down coming up.
Phelps fuels up with the mega tasty Subway Turkey Melt, a protein-packed powerhouse on freshly baked bread, so he can get to where the action is this winter. Subway, eat fresh.
Welcome to the Now Network, only from Sprint, population 49 million. Right now, 180,000 people following 100 NFL players aren't receiving a single tweet. Surprise, surprise, they're playing football. 34,000 Sprint NFL mobile live users are making a last-second fantasy substitution. And another, and another.
I got this, for real.
And 1,600 players are using 15 miles of tape to protect 23 body parts on game day. For more NFL Now, join 1.5 million NFL mobile live users. Text NFL to 7777. Only from Sprint, the Now Network.
I know, your portfolio's down. Everybody's hurting. Driver, I need to pick up my dry cleaning. You're a huckleberry. But switching to Scottrade? What are you going to do, pick your stocks yourself? Yeah, I know they have tons of online research, but you and me, we go way back. Why spoil the fun? The fun.
Come to Scottrade. With the tools, research, and support we provide, you'll wonder why you worked with anyone else.
The fun!
Scottrade. Get invested.
The earthquake in Haiti has caused incredible devastation. Millions of lives have been affected.
We are children of Haitian immigrants, and we need your help in getting food, water, and medicine there.
Text the word Haiti to 90999 to contribute $10 to the Red Cross, or visit redcross.org to make a donation.
Together, we can assist the people of Haiti in this time of great need.
We are all waiting for the event that will be heard around the world. The Grammys live Sunday, January 31st, only CBS.
Coming out of the 2-minute warning, a reminder, Subway postgame show coming up after this one. The only nail-biter of the weekend. And the Jets will face a 2nd and 10. Chargers have a timeout. And you still don't like the onside kick try by the Chargers.
No, I don't. I want to go over it one more time if we get a chance after this play.
Riding the rookies, Sanchez and Green. Green. Cesare pushes him back, gain of 3. Green, the first Jet running back to have 100-yard performances back-to-back in the postseason since Freeman McNeil. Timeout Chargers.
Well, Jim, let's go back. Would you onside kick? If you kick it off, first off, the Jets are playing for the onside kick. They got to play it safe. If you kick it off, the Jets are backed up. They only have one person back, nobody to block. You're going to get good field position if you're the San Diego Chargers. The Jets are going to run it on 1st and 2nd down. There's going to be just under 2 minutes left. And now, for the Jets to think they get to win the game, maybe they throw it. Maybe it's incomplete. That gives you that opportunity. Now, if you stop it, they punt. Even if they don't throw it, you still have a lot of time left and better field position to try that field goal. To me, that's what I would have done.
What do you see the Jets doing here on 3rd down and 6?
The riskiest play I could see him doing here, if they let Mark Sanchez boot off of a play action fake, so if the guy's wide open, he throws it. If not, he just runs it and falls down.
Green. Plowing, driving, and stopped short by less than a yard.
Wow.
Now, what do you do? 1st down just closes out the game. He's about a half-yard short.
Well, this is big too. This saves a few extra seconds for the San Diego Chargers. Well, they stopped the play clock at 33. I thought once they stopped it, once they measured and they restarted, they would take it down to 25 and save an extra 8 or 9 seconds.
Well, you got Rex Ryan, rookie head coach over there, and all these options. You could go for it and just try to close out the game. I mean, you're certainly in field goal range, but a miss would set up San Diego in great position. You could pooch punt it. You go ahead and measure first. Again, it's going to be somewhere around a half-yard shy.
Woo!
And what a decision to make.
Listen, I coached a high school all-star game in the summer. I couldn't make any decisions. I had to ask everybody. It's amazing when you stand there. But I'm looking at this right now. I would go for it.
He's going for it.
I would go for it. And the Jets, what they're going to do, let the play clock go down, and then Mark Sanchez looks like he's already out there. They're going to go down to 1 second and call a timeout.
That'll bring the game clock down to about a minute and 9 seconds, minute 10.
Let's play it in between. If they punt it, let's say they do a good job, and let's say they get it on the 7-yard line. So you're going to gain about 20 yards, let's say. I'd go for it. Try to win the game right here.
Get Woody Johnson staring it down.
Tell you, it's a tough spot to be in if you don't make it. This Chargers offense, do you still have, here you go, it's a whole different scenario this time. Do you have the courage to blitz him and say, oh, maybe this would be the one time they'd catch it and break a tackle and get a big play?
So the Jets, last time out, You talk about that offensive line that's been together, played every game over the course of the last 2 seasons. You had the option there of going with a Thomas Jones, who's been with the team on the way to a Super Bowl. You got a rookie who's run wild here the last couple of weeks, Shawn Green.
Well, what do you think? You heard my opinion. What's yours?
I think you got to go for it. I think you just go ahead and try to win the game.
Yep.
And it's the field goals, you know, which it's too risky to miss. You have it set up basically at the 36, 37-yard line.
Wow, you know, that's right. We're sitting here. We never even talked about the field goal. If you kick it and make it, then you kick off and make them drive to score a touchdown, which is a whole nother thing. But if you miss it, I like this decision.
Fingers crossed all across Southern California. Can the Bolts pull off the play here and give Phillip Rivers a chance? Can Ron Rivera's defense step up and keep this season alive? They're going to go Thomas Jones. They're going to go veteran instead of rookie. Richardson lined up as the fullback. It's going to Jones. Jones has the first down, and the Jets are now on their way to Indianapolis.
First down, Jets.
Well, you said it right. They took the veteran. They went over the right side. Oh, everybody just goes inside, and they push the pile. Look at Rex Ryan, Brian Schottenheimer celebrating. And Mark Sanchez, oh man, nice hold to the inside by that Jets offensive line. That's Brandon Moore. Nick Mangold, who's just been tremendous this year at center. But the quick snap count was part of it too.
Mark Sanchez with his second playoff win. That's as many as Joe Namath had in his Hall of Fame career. The Jets, he's done what Flacco did last year, win 2 playoff games as a rookie quarterback, also both on the road. It'll be the Jets in Indianapolis. The team that ended the Colts' undefeated season when the Colts decided with 5 minutes to go in the third. Let's pull the starters.
Well, like a lot of people said, the team that led the New York Jets in the playoffs.
What profound disappointment there's around here in San Diego after a season of 13-3, a 4th straight division.
Hottest team coming into the playoffs, too.
And LaDainian Tomlinson, who knows what the future holds for him. Nate Kading. Wow, Pro Bowl kicker. Been automatic until today. A road team wins, as it turns out, the final game of the Quartet. Vikings and Saints on the NFC side next Sunday on Fox. And, of course, we're up with the Jets and the Colts next Sunday, starting with the 2 o'clock playoff edition of the NFL Today. Phil, this was some day here in San Diego.
It was, Jim. Exciting. Special teams, kickers really had a big outcome in the games this weekend.
We'll have a rookie coach, we know that, going to the Super Bowl with Caldwell and Ryan tangling, one of them going to the Super Bowl. Subway postgame show coming up. There's a Cinderella right now alive in the playoffs.
Start the year right. Eat smart with a mega meaty yet surprisingly low-fat Subway Club. Part of a Subway Fresh Fit meal. A simple way to enjoy eating better. Subway. Eat fresh.
Presenting Subway Fresh Plus, a look at football's most buzzworthy teams, brought to you by Subway, home of the famous $5 footlong. Subway. Eat fresh.
Dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Led by Pro Bowl players D'Amico Ryans and Brian Cushing at linebacker, defensive end Mario Williams, and receiver Andre Johnson, Houston finished the year with 4 straight wins.
9-7, the first winning record in team history.
How can the oil industry in the North Sea impact fishing markets in Japan, marine legislation in the U.S., and food consumption in Italy? At T. Rowe Price, we understand the connections of a complex global economy. It's just one reason over 75% of our mutual funds beat their 10-year Lipper average. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence. Request a prospectus or summary prospectus with investment objectives, risks, fees, expenses, and other information
information to read and consider carefully before investing.
The Subway postgame show is sponsored by Subway Restaurants, where winners eat. Subway, eat fresh.
And welcome back to our New York studios and the Subway postgame show. I'm James Brown alongside Dan, Bill, Shannon, and Boomer. Coming up tonight on CBS, it begins with 60 Minutes. That's followed by a new episode of Cold Case and NCIS on a special night. That's tonight on CBS. Brackets coming up, folks. It's now going to be Indianapolis hosting the New York Jets in the AFC Championship game next Sunday.
Well, you know, hats off to the Jets. I mean, they are a physical football team. They went on a road and beat a really good football team in the Chargers, and the Chargers killed themselves. 4 for 13 on third down. They couldn't sustain any drives.
Hey, kudos to the Jets, but I will say this. I got to question the decision of Norv Turner to go for the onside kick. He still had a 2-minute timeout. He had his own timeout. He could have got the ball back with 50 seconds to go or more around midfield if he kicks the ball deep.
I don't want to talk about what San Diego didn't do. I want to talk about what the Jets did do. They ran the football, which they needed to do very well, stayed into the ball game until the fourth quarter with a chance to win it, and they won the ball game with a rookie quarterback.
If the Jets have the ball kicked off to them instead of Kerry Rhodes coming up with the onside kick, then that 4th and 1, they have no choice but to punt it. But because of field position, they go for it. A lot of people got to be wondering about Norv Turner out in San Diego. Congratulations to the Jets.
We will step aside for a quick timeout, come back and wrap it up right after this.
Phelps fuels up with the mega tasty Subway Turkey Melt, a protein-packed powerhouse on freshly baked bread, so he can get to where the action is this winter. Subway, eat fresh.
Why would any fun-loving, red-blooded all-American male give up watching football to upgrade his headlights? Because Silver Star Ultra headlights from Sylvania are up to 50% brighter and let you see up to 40% farther and up to 50% wider. But more importantly, because it's easier to replace a couple of headlights than it is...
Thanks, Dad.
...a daughter. See farther, see wider, see better. Silver Star Ultra headlights from Sylvania.
Caitlin's pretty competitive. We're halfway through a game of Monopoly, and she is snapping up hotels left and right. Her little brother, not so much. Then she did something nice. I pretended not to notice. I knew she'd want it that way.
Roll the dice.
Family moments cost less at Walmart. Get everything you need for family game night at unbeatable prices. Save money, live better. Walmart.
To show you how good sports shot on Sony HD cameras, look on Sony Bravia HD TVs. I've asked Jim Nance to show us some bow skills. Hit it, Jim.
Sports look better on a Sony Bravia HD TV.
It's the first word in the morning. It's higher intelligence from the field. It's playoff analysis. It's inside access. It's the final word on the playoffs. Watch NFL Network all day. You want the NFL? Go to the NFL.
The Subway postgame show is sponsored by Subway Restaurants, where winners eat. Subway, eat fresh.
And welcome back to the Subway postgame show. Tonight on CBS begins with 60 Minutes. That's followed by Cold Case and NCIS. That's tonight on CBS. Next Sunday, join us at a special time, 2 o'clock Eastern on the NFL Today, leading up to the AFC Championship game at 3 Eastern between the New York Jets and the Indianapolis Colts. Well, for Boomer, for Shannon, for Coach Dan Marino, I'm James Brown saying so long. We'll see you next week right here on CBS, home of Super Bowl 44.
By Sanchez to find his
tight end Dustin Keller, and suddenly the Jets were up and they didn't look back.
That was smart because he extended the play, he kept it alive, remained a passer, and Dustin Keller, the youngster from Purdue, worked to the end line and came back, and the location of the throw was excellent. Nobody else was going to be able to catch that except Dustin Keller. That was a great play by the rookie quarterback, Sanchez.
Great placement. You're right about it. It was low and away. If you miss this ball, the ground catches it. That means you get another down, not the other team.
What did they do defensively? Because, I mean, you take a look at the total net yards for San Diego. It was 344 yards. Phillip Rivers had 298 yards passing.
Yeah.
They got, they did, however, San Diego did fumble it 3 times. They didn't lose any of them.
Yeah.
They turned him over once. They only sacked him once. Sacked him twice, actually. What did they do, Steve?
You know, I can't wait to watch this on film and study it like a coach would study it because there was such a variety of fronts, 3-man, 4-man fronts. They had blitzes with zone behind it, with man behind it. They were coming with corners, safeties, nickels, linebackers. There was such a variety and probably a lot of new surprises that the San Diego Chargers haven't quite seen. It really disrupted that great passing attack of the San Diego Chargers, and they couldn't get anything started.
And on the other end, though, Rich, you got to give credit. Let's give credit to Del Revis because it's 5'10", 6'5", Jackson, and you just saw that play.
He didn't lock onto that guy the whole game like we thought.
But when he did play him, he was very smart. You saw the play he threw up. Phillip Rivers threw a play up in the air. He went to the arm and knocked the ball and made that an interception.
Rex Ryan, the victorious head coach, is at the podium.
New York Jet win right there. I tell you, we had, you know, we looked ugly there for a while. We took their best shot, though. There and that, you know, we say that fourth quarter like championship rounds, and our guys really stood up. We needed that first down by our offense. Great job, man. I mean, came down to it. You know, that's a heck of a football team over there. We knew it was going to be an all-day event, that's for sure. But, you know, we're just fortunate to come out on top, and we'll see what happens. A matchup that probably nobody wanted, but too bad. Here we come.
Can you talk a little bit about your defensive game plan to shut down that high-power offense for the Chargers today?
Yeah, just play like Jets. I mean, we know it was, you know, that's a heck of an offense over there, and you know, it was tough sledding. There's no question. I apologize for our fans for going too soft at the end of the game there, but you know, shoot, we were trying to play to that clock a little bit, and you know, allowed them to go down there. But again, they had us. But you know, that's a type of game where you really got to hold your breath because it's one of those things where they got so many weapons over there, and our guys just did a tremendous job. We knew it was going to be a great challenge. We're up to the task.
What would your adjustment? I know you said before the playoffs you consider the Jets the favorites to win it.
Right.
But are you still surprised to be standing here one step from getting to the Super Bowl?
No, not really. You know, we believed the whole time, the whole year. You know, when it probably wasn't the popular choice, the popular opinion. But you know, here we are, and we don't have to apologize to anybody. It's just old-fashioned ground and pound football and throw completions and play great defense, and here we are.
What were your adjustments that were made for the deep pass and the pass in the middle of the field?
Well, we made a couple adjustments. We you know, swapped out some personnels and you know, changed a couple of blitzes and things like that. You know, it's such a great football team over there, and Norv Turner does a heck of a job, and we knew it wasn't going to be easy. They did I mean, that is one heck of a football team there. And, you know, some of the adjustments we made, you know, Mike Pettin and Dennis Thurman and Bob Setton and all the coaches over there did a great job, came together, made a couple adjustments, and, you know, worked for us.
What do you think of the onside kick?
What's that?
What do you think of the onside kick?
I was just, you know, happy that we had Kerry Rhodes on our side.
Rex, what do you think the Colts are thinking right now after watching you there?
I mean, I don't know. You know, they just know that we're going to come in there and you know, it's a football team that we expect to win, and they know we're a good team, you know, and all that kind of stuff. You know, do we know they're a great team? Yeah, of course. There's no question. You know, I don't know if Santa Claus is going to be that good to me again. You know, with you know, but I will say it. I'd like to see Peyton Manning not play this week.
That's typical Rex Ryan, wink and a nod right there. He's got to be ecstatic right now. Just ecstatic.
All the Jet Nation has got to be ecstatic because this is unexpected. They overachieved this year, Rich. You know that, right? I know Rex talked about parades and all that sort of thing, but you know what? This is quite a surprise. Big upset today in San Diego.
And they will bring out the old Willie Joe Namath things. We'll start running around in New York this week. Can we get one more win in? As I guarantee you, New York will be an interesting spot this week.
Well, 2 more wins and it'll be Broadway Mark.
Yeah,
it'll be Joe Who. No, if he can pull that off, but he's halfway there. We have a show of record coming up right now. Your divisional Sunday edition of NFL Game Day is on the air. Brett Favre and the Minnesota Vikings took care of the Dallas Cowboys in most emphatic fashion, coming off their bye week and waving bye-bye to the hottest team in the NFC. While over in the AFC, the Jets shocked the San Diego Chargers. Couldn't score a lick in the first half, put up 17 second-half points, and the rookie, Mark Sanchez, is heading off to Indianapolis to play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and represent the American Football Conference. Welcome to NFL Game Day Final on your divisional weekend. Deion Sanders, once again, is home under the weather. How are you, Prime? We miss you here. The we being Steve Mariucci, Michael Irvin, and myself, Rich Eisen. Mark Sanchez back in Southern California for the first time since last year's Rose Bowl, taking on Philip Rivers and the San Diego Chargers and their 11-game win streak. Second possession of the game for San Diego. Rivers finds a wide-open Malcolm Floyd for a 19-yard gain. 5 plays later, 7th play of the drive, they're settling for a field goal. Would you believe Nate Kading had made 69 field goals in a row inside of 40 yards, and he misses the 37-yard.
Well, I guess everybody gets to miss one in their life, right? All right, here we go.
Well, he also missed one in the playoffs the last time he faced the Jets, and it cost him. And deja vu all over again? Well, perhaps the San Diego Chargers defense would have something to say about that, as the Jets were forced to punt their first 4 series with 3 and out. Second quarter, Philip Rivers to Malcolm Floyd. We've got a flag on the play on Leo Shepard. Michael?
Yeah, Leo Shepard trying to make the play, but you're a little too close. Hell holding a little too much right there.
Yeah, a little too much.
Is that all? Let me yank the jersey right on the cut, and when you pull a jersey away from the shoulder, usually the ref sees that.
Next play, it's Antonio Gates. Nice one-handed grab.
This big guy, it's the advantage we thought the San Diego Chargers would have. The tall receivers and Gates being 6'4", the ex-basketball player with athleticism.
2 plays later, big fella. Inside the red zone, Rivers to who else but Chris Wilson?
Chris Wilson?
It's not Gates, not Vincent Jackson, not LT, not even Legadou Nane or Malcolm Floyd. It's Chris Wilson, everybody.
You're concentrating on all of those guys you just named, and then they find Chris Wilson back in the end zone. Does a great job of getting his feet down.
7-0, and the Chargers get the ball back after, again, another Jets 3 and out. There is Malcolm Floyd, but the ball is loose, and Jim Leonard gets on it. It was called a catch and fumble. Norv Turner wants to challenge it. And after further review, this is called an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it looks like they don't think he took a couple of steps, a football move. Boy, Jim Leonard, no helmet, he knocks it out of there. But it's incomplete, Rich.
But I mean, I don't see the evidence to overturn, but it was overturned, and the Chargers get the ball back, and Darren Sproles.
The whole game, you kept waiting on the Chargers to get going, and they never could.
Darren Sproles, this was the last possession of the half, as that overturning only led to a punt. And meanwhile, the last possession of the half, there's 6 seconds to go. Vincent Jackson sets up Nate Kading from a long way away, 58 yards away, as a matter of fact. You can't blame him for missing that.
You got to cover that one now. He's going to return it. That's a
so it's 7-0 San Diego. Jets get the ball to start the second half, and on 3rd and 7, that's a penalty on Quentin Jammer as Sanchez tries to find Jericho Cotchery. Fresh set of downs for the Jets, set up on the Chargers 37. 3 plays later, another 3rd down. 3rd and 5, Sanchez to Dustin Keller, upended by Jammer. Jets set up to go for it on 4th down, but Rex Ryan calls a timeout, kicks a field goal to get some points on the board. Later on in the 3rd quarter, Sanchez picked off by Quentin Jammer.
Didn't try to throw the ball down the field very often, a lot of slants, but when he did right here, Quentin Jammer was there for the interception.
As the ball was tipped initially by Steve Gregory of the Chargers.
That wasn't the best throw, and certainly Braylon Edwards there looked on him. They said luck counts in this league.
A little tush bounce right to the runner-up to the Defensive Player of the Year, and the Jets get the ball back, but they have to punt eventually. Phillip Rivers down 7-3. Picked up by Jim Leonard.
You don't see Phillip Rivers do this very often. An ill-advised throw. That's an interception. Sets up the Jets with great field position.
Right inside the red zone. Who's he throwing to here?
You know what?
The dig.
Antonio Gates never looked, so I don't know who he was throwing.
So the Jets are set up inside the red zone. Shawn Green, after a great play, after a great game last week, got the ball, 2-yard gain. And Shawn Phillips headbutts to Brickashaw Ferguson.
Big games, you just got to keep your poise all the way around. It doesn't always go your way. Keep your poise.
First down, half the distance to the goal in the fourth quarter. It's 3rd and goal now from the Chargers 2. Throwing it in. Sanchez extends the play and finds Dustin Keller, and the Jets have the lead with 13 and a half to go.
Play. Big-time veteran kind of play. They roll him out, which was smart. Let him remain a passer on the outside. Wait for somebody to come open. Watch the location of the ball. Down low where only Dustin Keller can get it. The second-year player from Purdue. Great throw by the rookie.
So the Jets have the lead. Chargers get the ball back, and Kerry Rhodes is coming in free. The safety comes in free, forces the Chargers to punt. Jets get the ball now at the lead, a chance to pad the lead, 3rd and 4. Sanchez, nice throw to Cotchery to move the chains with 8 minutes to go.
Again, a nice throw, and again, the ball placement, most incredible thing he's ever done.
Next play, Shawn Green, first down and more, running through the secondary, touchdown, 53 yards. The rookie Shawn Green puts the Jets up by 10.
He's one of the reasons they lead the league in rushing. They're going to pound it in there. He's going to break tackles. Good push by that veteran offensive line. He breaks the safety's tackle, and he's got enough get up and go to score the long one.
They say a team takes on the personality of a head coach. Did he just do the LaDainian Tomlinson?
Rex can't run that fast.
Ensuing Chargers possession now down 10, 3rd and 2. Antonio Gates picks up the first down. Gain of 14. 3 plays later, 3rd and 5 on the Jets 25. Rivers to Malcolm Floyd. It's okay. They need 2 scores. Might as well bring out your Pro Bowl kicker. He's missed 2. He can't miss 3.
No way.
I mean, he's not going to miss 3. He missed a 3rd one. The hat trick for Nate Kading. No points for the Chargers. Less than 5 minutes to go in the game. An 11-game win streak and a dream season slipping away. 3rd and 5 ensuing possession for the Jets. Shawn Green can't pick it up. Chargers use a timeout. Jets punting it away with 3:44 to go. Almost blocked by Eric Weddle.
Yeah, he came free on the inside. Now he's got to block that. He's got to find a way to run through the block point. Get it!
That's Jacob Hester.
Watch this. Lay out, put his body up in the air and go towards where the ball is being kicked, not where you see the ball at the time.
So the Chargers 1st and 15 with the ball, with a timeout to go. Up top, Vincent Jackson, does he make the play? They say yes, he makes the catch. Rex Ryan challenges, which leads to an interesting moment we'll talk about in a moment. It's ruled as a catch on the field, upheld in review, but when Ryan threw the challenge flag, Vincent Jackson kicked it. It was called for unsportsmanlike conduct. Who knew it's 15 yards if you kick a challenge flag? First down, but you move the ball all the way back to the 35. No matter as Darren Sproles gets it all back with a 19-yard gain. On the next play, 3 plays later, 3rd and 7 from the 13. Rivers to Jackson. Looks like he's about to take it in. He's ruled down at the 1. More time ticking down as the Chargers have 1 timeout left. Need to conserve that timeout.
Quick sneak. They're not lined up yet.
Smart play. Jets milling around, didn't get in position. Way to snap the ball quick and just walk in the end zone.
Rivers makes it a 3-point game. They decide to go onsides with Mike Cyphers up top, all the way in the air.
A perfect kick.
But Kerry Rhodes comes down with it on the hand team for the Jets. 2 plays later, Green, 4-yard gain. Chargers use their last timeout after the 2-minute warning. Jets need 1 first down to wrap it up and go to Indianapolis for an AFC championship game. Green all the way to the 30-yard line. He is a yard short. What do?
You let the clock tick, 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 and take your timeout, waste the clock. Let's go for it, Rex.
And go with it with the 3rd leading rusher in the league, Thomas Jones, with the first down gain to wrap it up for the upstart. New York Jets and Rex Ryan, first time since 1982. The Jets have won 2 games in a playoff season. They shock LT, and the AFC West champion San Diego Chargers turn the Chargers with their 11-game win streak into a one-and-done team. And it's the Jets with their first AFC Championship game appearance in 11 years going to Indianapolis.